And that is why, Andy RC, it's not appropriate to open cashews, chew them, and then phone someone's mum at 4 a.m. and then say, I've got nuts in my mouth. Anyway, welcome to the Fluffy Bunny Show. We have accidentally clicked, this is designed for children due to copper. Andy RC, do you want to talk about what copper means and not the element?
I've no idea.
What? Come on. YouTube got sued for a load of money and they've pushed everything onto the creators.
Oh, is that what happened? I thought it was that they were making a ton of money out of the channels that review toys, and so they made the decision to allow children to watch it, and then the whole legislation thing was a cover-up.
They were tracking children. That's what it was. That was the problem.
Your words, not mine. Yeah, all I know is that my channel is now no longer suitable for children.
No.
Although no drone channel is really, because don't you have to be 14 and above to technically fly an RC model?
Well, I don't know. You were the BMFA instructor.
Well, this is the thing, because when you see on the side of like an RTF or something like that, it says 14 plus. But when I was a kid, there was no such thing as RTFs. You had to build them yourself. Mm-hmm. So and there were no age restrictions. So like at the age of like 7 to 9 or whatever, I was flying. And I was instructing people by the age of 13. So
I like Richard Warwick.
Legal framework either. I think when it says 14 years, it's a bit like when you see on a board game it says from 9 to 99. Like, I'm sorry, your nan's 104. She can't play this game.
I like Richard Warwick's comment. Suitable for childish people. That's all of us.
Yeah.
Childlike or the simple. That's us.
Man-child is probably better description.
Right, start the show, Jack, because like literally
it's Thursday night. It's a little after 8 because we're incompetent and you're watching and listening to the best UK drone podcast because everyone else can't be asked to make one or hasn't got round to it yet and copied our awful idea, and we barely do a good job at all. Hosted and presented, and the only reason it's gone for 4 years, Andrew/Frank.
Hello.
Oh, fantastic energy. Calm down there. Whoa.
Feel the energy.
Yeah.
Jack's definitely on the crack pipe.
He's a live wire.
He's slurring his words and he's shouting and he's all over the place. Crack pipe.
Oh, delicious crack. Speaking Speaking of that, disappointing my parents. Curry Kitten, how you doing tonight?
Hello, I'm okay. Not bad.
Everyone...
my 2-hour journey to the field and back.
And can we get a disclaimer before the next person is introduced?
Yes, we can. The Andy RC legal disclaimer is any views expressed by any of the guests on this show are personal and may not reflect the views of the host or any participant of the show. Thank you.
And the reason we have that disclaimer, Andy RC...
Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself.
And which prince was a wrong un?
Oh, Prince Albert. Oh no, that's the one with the ring through it.
We're still working on it.
Suitable for children.
Yep. You can't prosecute him if he's an idiot. Speaking of idiots, the character from Brokeback Mountain, and the reason the show is not suitable for kids. My little Tony.
Evening, y'all.
Tony, I just cannot seem to quit you. You only get
I've never watched it.
Well, you must have, because you know the quote.
What quote? I just said evening, y'all.
Well, it's a quote from Brokeback Mountain, and it's one of my favorite movies. And that is a fantastic moment, and it's a moving moment. I just can't seem to quit you, Tony.
Okay, I'm going to watch it later. Do I need to have tissues prepared?
Depends on your orientation. I mean,
Probably not though.
it
And
is
the
quite
reason-
sad, but
And the reason why Tony's gay and he's my wife, I'm bright until I fly. Hello, happy Thursday, everyone. Who do
Bonjour.
you wanna read some names from the chat, my little Tony?
Yeah,
You
let's have a
can
quick
read, yeah.
go up through here. Just about. Space Invaders in here, Spiders in here, Bill MC's in here, Wynn's in here, Dave Story, RDFPV, Rob, Britton, Fraser. Who haven't I seen here? Michael something or other. McTurd or something like that. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Jerry Squire.
Gotta find this guy.
Neil Jones. NQIS Steve.
Are you trying to say Michael Murgatroyd?
Yeah, that one.
what did he say?
Or McTurd?
Bonjour. I'm back.
RDFPV says, "What's up, Andy RC and Wayne? Hey, how's it going?"
Oh, well, don't worry about the rest of us, will you?
Yeah.
Screw those guys, especially the one in the hat. So what's been going on? Shall we ask Tony about his magnificent trip
Let
to
me take this
Texas,
off.
where
and
he may
actually
have picked up a souvenir?
I literally love my hat.
When you say that, I instantly just think STD when you say souvenir.
If only.
Winbot donated
If
£10.
only.
Thank you for all the smiles you give
Oh,
us
hang
all.
on. I need to light some stuff on fire because Win
Oh.
donated. If
Thank you,
if
Win.
Thank you, Wayne.
Win, top bloke. Oh,
Come up then. Come on.
oh man.
Oh,
Yo.
on your head.
Oh, Tony. Oh man, these are not made well.
Are you lighting 3 of them?
Yes, he donated. Oh, tenner. Oh god, these are terrifying.
You should have.
Fair play.
You should have seen how many he had going the other week. It was ridiculous.
Do not like Tony's
firework
hat.
bands.
He actually dropped one on his laptop and burnt it. Is the mark still there?
Yeah, why did
Yeah,
I
man.
see that one?
Hell of a
You were in
sport.
Texas.
Are you Win? Top
I
man.
enjoyed watching back the shows that I missed. Doing the
It's-
tests and things like that was well funny.
It's fun, isn't it, when you're not on the show watching it back?
Oh
just
yeah, I was
listening.
cracking up.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the YouTube stuff. I watched the edited one on SoundCloud. Well, I listened to it
Listen to it.
while I
Yeah.
was at work. I was literally wetting myself.
So they cut all of the nonsense out.
Yeah, but I could
today on
hear,
that.
you could tell when people were swearing. I think Curry Kitten won on swearing last week.
Yeah, you need
Any
to do
bad
some,
words?
You need to do a
Oh,
lot
you
of
did.
swearing in a short period to prove that this isn't for kids, Tony.
I can do that.
Yeah. So yeah, fill your boots for the next.
But you can't because you've tipped the thing, so you'll get banned if you've tipped it.
No, Frank's in charge. There's no
Uh,
way he would have ticked that box.
Right, fair enough. Go ahead,
Well,
Dan.
the editor's up for it. I don't mind.
Tony,
Yeah, just get it
I
out.
want you to do swear words, but in the style of Bottom when they do swear words.
I'm joking, Matt. Flip the old she from the bridie. I'm on. Like that.
What?
Yeah, no, they say I can swear in one of them, and then it's like bloody and crap and like really lame ones that just aren't swear words.
I tried to do it in the style of Bottom. Eddie or Richie?
Either. Who's your favourite?
Right, I'm tucking my thingy into my trousers, pulling them up like Richie.
Oh yeah.
I need a tie now.
Yeah, Rich is my favourite, I think, when it comes to that, because he's just so pathetic. And
Bloody right.
Bloody right. Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready to swear.
Go on, then.
Oh, I'm waiting for Jack to say stuff and then I swear about it.
Jack's muted himself.
Jack's disappeared, so we swear about that. Oh, he's muted.
Cake sucker.
Oh, you mean you want to have swear at each other is what you want to do, to have an argument.
Get on with it.
Let's have a proper Tony and Jack argument. There hasn't been one. What
I haven't
have they
seen him
both?
enough to be annoyed by him. I've had
It's
a
not
nice
usually
break.
so hard to get Tony to swear. He's like getting in the zone for a good 10 minutes now. He's like, yeah,
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
what you want me to swear
I'm gonna
about.
say bum soon.
Jack, what do you hate about Tony the most?
The fact that he breathes in and out.
Well, while you're both thinking,
Yep.
let's distract you both. Tony, where were you last week?
I was in Texas, y'all. At a ranch, enjoying myself when it was lovely weather, and I was in a t-shirt all week. And I come back
that's
to
it.
this misery.
Getting ridden like the little doggy he is.
Oh God, Jack! If only. That's just to turn you on, by the way.
Yep.
Did you pack your little bag with the things in that I caught with my tiny whoop on my video? You should see how Tony packs his bag. He like so meticulous. But
Did
in
your
a little
butthole get
clip,
fingered at the airport?
No. No, you rung the wrong airport, you idiot. I flew from Heathrow and you rung Gatwick, you twat.
No. I tried.
Okay.
did you really do that?
Me and Martin did get stopped for our batteries. Like literally every time we went through the TSA or whatever, we flew to New York first, and then as soon as we got to New York, they were like, beep beep, and then our bags went off to the side, and we both looked at each other and went, "Oh fucking hell, here we go. Can I have a look in your bag?" And yeah, just because all the lipos we had, basically, because I had the 2 lipos for the X class, and then all the lipos for generally just flying my 5-inch drones around. So yeah,
And you got a capacity, milliamp capacity.
milliamp hour per battery it is.
I thought it was in watt hours total or something.
Yeah, it is, and I was under, but of course, if you're looking for an X-ray machine and there's lots of wires, you know, and screwdrivers and things like that, they do like pull you over.
You're not allowed
Like, what are you doing?
screwdrivers. Do they let you on the plane with screwdrivers? I wouldn't let you on a plane with a
I put them
spoon.
all in. I put them all in my
Case.
case. It was just
Good.
all the wires and the batteries, man. They just literally pulled us over every.
Was it an X-Class meetup turn, or was it a
X-Class
actual race?
invitation all from everyone around the world to go and fly and race, and
Who was
yeah,
the
it was
shittest
good.
team
Yeah,
there?
good fun. Me
Was
and
it
Martin. Probably me and Martin.
What is that?
No,
So-
no, there wasn't a shit team. It was very friendly, very fun. It was really good, but
Who was the poorest
literally
team?
8S is not fast enough. I can't really say. I don't want to say.
Was it you again?
So you, because you only had 8S, everybody else had 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
People were flying 12 and 14S. It was ridiculous, man. My flying was on point, but I just wasn't
Yeah,
fast
because you were
enough.
going as fast as James May.
I was going as fast as I could, and they were going faster. That was the problem. But the Australian drone army team literally had
Cause, money.
yeah,
just-
15 sponsors, 3 rigs each.
Woo!
They were doing fine. They deserve their spots, but I mean, yeah, we needed to go faster. Basically, that was all. So 8S was just not fast enough. But
Have you
I
actually
had pretty good fun and made some good. So it was good. Worth going.
Have you actually raced your X class before competitively?
No, that was the first time. 10th
So-
out of 26.
Is the racing any different? Is it still gates or is it more going around
Yeah,
flags and stuff?
and gates. There's only 2.
Bigger gates though. Or...
They are bigger, yeah. I mean, I've flown through normal 5-inch gates, and I don't find them a problem. And these gates were massive, so it was easy for me. But it was just I couldn't go fast enough. That was my problem.
So the question is, are you building a
Yes.
14S rig next?
Yeah. already on the cards.
Oh,
I just
nice.
can't. I just can't turn up now and not fly a 12 or 14S. But then,
So are the other courses? Sorry to interrupt. Are the courses more sort of wide open and flowy rather than more
Did you not
technical and sort
watch
of?
his videos, Wayne?
I haven't watched it yet. I've been out all day
Oh.
doing stuff and bits and pieces, and the last day as well. No, I haven't. I'll go
What
back
you
and
mean?
watch.
It's been
obviously,
raining
Tony.
constantly for 2 days.
Yeah, I've been
Doing
I
other
had to
stuff.
take the dog to the vet, and I had to go to
Oh,
school.
here we go. Yeah, and I've been working on my game and receiving projects.
I haven't
from
done anything on the game because I've been working on. I had to walk to the field today. Right,
Oh,
the field.
that
here we
took
go.
me an hour.
The field to get there
We
now.
all
It's
know
like
that.
1 hour to get
husband.
there. I flew 2 lipos and said, actually, this camera's fucked. That's no good. Had to walk an hour back. Then Tesco's because like picking up stuff. It's just a nightmare. It's like the first world problems I have to deal with here are just unattainable.
What camera was broke? So I know not to. Get one.
I converted the. You found it okay, actually. I'd converted the Tyro 79
Oh yeah, that's a
over
good
to
one,
use
that.
the Rush FPV stack, which is a really nice stack. But that camera
Yeah.
was tearing, so I was like, "This is no good." So it tears on the OSD, so it's like, "What voltage am I? I don't know," because one bit's over there and the other's gone over here. So it was rubbish in light handling as well. So I'm going to swap that over. The VTX was amazing though. 25 milliwatts goes completely to the end of the range I could get on the field. I was like, I've run out of field now.
That's because it outputs 50 and not 25. I've tested it. It's a good VTX though. It's a great VTX. Yeah, I got a couple of them. Yeah, one of my favorites.
I like it. It's very clean.
Yeah, some people prefer it over the old Unify, don't they?
I certainly do. So sorry, Tony, I haven't watched. And for the benefit of those people listening, please describe what the courses are like. Are they super windy technical, like a normal 5-inch course? Are they more flowy and long?
Flowy and long because there's a lot of expense going around the track at any one time. A lot of people crash, to be fair. There was a lot of crashes and a lot of people rebuilding. But people in America have learnt how to crash their X-Class and literally rebuild them within probably 20 minutes. So they've set up bits, what if you crash, what fail, like the arms will bend and then snap off, and then the bits will come out, and then you just literally put an arm back in and plug it back together.
You did that though, Tone, didn't you? At Mini Air Show, you had a pretty big crash and had it going.
Well, that was all 4 arms, and that was all repaired within an hour.
Yeah, so that's cool because you can't
When did
do
you
that
release
with it.
your video, Tone?
A couple of days ago.
Oh,
I done a week. I done one while I was there, which was like a sunset flight, which was just like the course Friday, which was before the Saturday, which was the racing.
oh my
And
god!
then-
Which one am I supposed to be watching?
Can
Am I
I-
even subscribed to you?
Can I just
I
say?
hate you. Do you remember I've got you pooing on drone cam? So
Yeah, I know. I wish you
be careful
didn't.
what you say.
You're so weird,
I can
man.
release that.
I can't believe it. There's a law against that.
No, there's
Where-
not. You were shitting in the wild.
In the
It's
wild.
weird.
Like
Well,
an
the
animal.
Yeti
Filming
is
your
a-
friend defecating. I've got an illness and you think it's funny. You're wrong. There's something wrong with you. Well, we know
Right.
that. That's why you're on this show.
I remember having a discussion with the people who were there. Jack's gone to have a shit. Shall I fly my drone over there before I even finish the fucking question? They both said yes, go, because he would do it to you. Was the answer.
I
So that's
no, you've
exactly why I went and found you
I
in the
have
bushes.
never done that to you.
No, but you would have.
I never disturb Tony.
I've never
Tony
done a
time.
pooper outside with you there.
You do all the time.
I'm
You call
fine.
it a country crap. That's how I found out about them.
Exactly,
And
country
it's
crap.
socially acceptable
What
amongst
you
you.
do?
Yeah, but only when you're kayaking or really desperate.
What you do it in your
I'm
kayak?
always really desperate.
Not in the
Like your
kayak.
sexual life.
Wynn wants to know, Tony, did anyone drop
At least
into
I
work?
don't fuck my neighbours.
That's
that-
a nerve because he doesn't.
That video's going out tomorrow.
So subscribe to Tony, everybody. Wynn wanted to know: did anyone, Tony? How did anyone drop into the pond? There we go.
Yes, unfortunately, this was Fossil, Mr. Fossil himself's first ever race, and it happened to the X class. He done one lap and then come through the finish gates and hit one of the poles, and we literally had to fly around a lake. It was like right around the lake, and then Mr. Fossil ended up in the drink, which was quite unfortunate. But he went and picked it up and rolled up his jeans, went in there and got it out, and it was still beeping when he was pulling it out, so it was all good. He didn't want to fly it again, so he packed it away, and waited until he got home and dried it, and it all worked again. So he's still good to go.
So
we made
has
friends, and looking forward to next time we get invited.
Has Texas become progressive and has vegan restaurants on every corner now? Then
They had the Impossible Burger in Burger King, so I had a couple of them.
So you
I
have
just
that every day.
to Walmart and bought a load of stuff,
Guns.
and now I like bagels.
You like-
Literally, yeah, I thought
Bagels are the best.
I
Frank
thought
loves them.
were just like some rotten piece of bread that they wrapped up and went, "Here, let's buy these, you dumb Americans." But no, they're quite nice.
Jewish delicacy, man.
I'll tell you
The
the problem with bagels
And they're boiled.
is when I first see them, I'm like, oh, donuts. And then you're disappointed because it's not a donut, it's a bagel. That's not
Red
quite the same.
thing, which is no, they had pumpkin spice, and it was really, really nice. I just put butter on it, and then a bit of peanut butter, and then ate them. I didn't cook them or anything. You're supposed to cook them.
Is Andy having a fit? I can just see him sort of.
Revolted by this.
Oh yeah, because he's a bagel man, isn't he? What am I supposed
bagel.
to do with them?
Bagel connoisseur. It's like talking to a wine guy and saying, I like it out of the can the best. Drink it.
I'm sure he only visits me that often
For bagel.
because he has bagel-like cravings. So, you know.
I got sent a video, and it was Jack making Frank watch Red Dwarf. What's the story there? What happened there?
So if you joined us on the bonus podcast, there was a big argument when we all found out Frank hasn't and is not a fan of Red Dwarf.
Is he a fan now?
No.
I got two chuckles out of him. One of them was, you know, when Rimmer's, you know, dancing and it's Rimmer's Death Day celebration, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I baked him a cake," and you know, and Holly asks, "What's with the cake?" Like, and he goes, "Oh, I baked it in the shape of a spanner," and he goes, "Oh, okay." He goes, "Oh, I baked it a spanner because he was a technician." And Holly goes, "Oh, so if he was a postman, you would have baked it in the shape of an envelope." And he goes, "Yeah, exactly." He goes, "Gordon Bennett. I'm glad he's not a gynecologist." And that was the first laugh I got out of Frank regards Red Dwarf. But he says, what did you say, Blackadder, without the...
No, I thought it was Baldric in space. But it's just... The problem is a lot of the references are very dated and I don't get them. And
There's nothing
How
worse
can you
when
not
you
know
show
who...
someone something expecting this amazing reaction because it's Red Dwarf, and Frank's like, eh. You should have shown him something like temporal space anomaly ones. That'll always get
I've
Frank.
never
He'll
really
try and work
liked
out the
it.
rules.
they're making jokes about phoning a talking clock, and I'm just like, no.
What is that?
You can still do that.
You will always be able to do that. Yeah, I guess the problem is that it was based 3 million years in the future, and they couldn't have predicted smartphones. There's a line in there though that always makes me laugh, and it's like I think it's everybody. It's like everybody remembers the day that Cliff Richard got shot. that's one of my favorite. Like, he still hasn't been shot. Something else happened to him, but he didn't get shot.
Frank identify as a millennial.
Yeah, but apparently me and Jack are millennials. But
I'm not a Oh yeah, I am.
You are. We're millennials.
Oh, I call you something a bit different to that.
Yeah, true. Please don't upload that video.
I'm
It's
not going to
definitely
upload
not
the poop
legal.
video. Just remember to be nice to me.
I am nice to you.
He's
Well,
got
you
it
just
in his.
wasn't.
He's
It's
got
all
it in his
ready.
arsenal.
It's ready to upload. Like literally, you just click a button, Jack's ass.
He's just going to have to break into Tony's house and steal the original stuff. This leverage he's got over you constantly.
I've got two. There's two though.
I wish I had the privilege.
I'm like so bad that I've hidden one on another laptop somewhere else in someone else's house, ready to upload.
And a remote location.
Yeah.
I wish I had the privilege of having the choice to upload them because I just get sent them randomly.
I can't believe.
Sometimes it's not even Jack either.
Yeah, that's the point, man. Like, if you're a fan of my girlfriend Lily, there's loads of talk about her on the bonus podcast and stuff. So
bonus got past pop. Did I say that? Wow, that's well dyslexic. Card pod. Yeah. What podcast is that, Jack?
it's the bonus Let's Drone Out podcast that we do once a month.
Am I a patron? Because I haven't seen it.
No, you can't because for legal reasons I said I wish you were dead.
You just said it again though.
He literally rings me up and says, I miss you. I'm going to record these. I do
miss you.
He rings me up, my phone doesn't go off, and then I've got like a million voice messages and they all just say slut and then he hangs up.
My favourite one is I went for lunch and I got out of work and then I rang him and he doesn't answer and I go, you fucking whore! And my boss walks around the corner and he's like, you're right. I was like, yeah.
Girlfriend issues with this open relationship. Difficult. So where you going for a date, Jack, at the weekend? What are you up to, man?
It's Kevin Smith tomorrow.
Man, yeah, that'll be cool.
Yep, I'm going. I'm holding the popcorn for David Powell. Jay and Silent Bob reboot. So I'm going to watch that, where they've taken my favourite film and diversified it.
Cool.
What's that? Where are you going tomorrow? What is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow evening or afternoon or what?
It'd be evening, wouldn't it?
Do you want me to just share my location to everyone? Would you like me to film me poop as well?
Whenever you do a poop on the live map, leave a little sort of brown mark.
Emoji.
Drop a pin, but the pin must be brown. And it was like,
but
it's
never in a toilet or
the whole of
it'll be in a bush.
The whole of the UK would just be brown on the map. Sorry, Jack.
I know.
It's like you can plant trees as the fertilizer.
How about talking about drones?
Yeah,
who has learned something this week?
What are drones?
Frank's talking. Shut up.
I went to see Painless 360 after last week's show, and I got to look at the HDO2s, and they are amazing. They are really amazing. Yeah.
He should have been filming you when you tried them on because you did a wow sort of moment, he said.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, they were like, it was a wow moment comparing them to my HDOs, which I would have no problem saying deserve to be thrown in the bin compared to these HDO2s when it comes to the picture, the optics, the the focal adjustment, just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, but even that good on a picture running analog stuff.
It's not so much that, it's just the bigger field of view, the fitment on the face, and the fact that I have to wear diopters, and that one of my eyes is slightly different, but of course I'd have to order prescription ones and stuff. But I also love the fact that they switched to 16:9. I think that's the first Fat Shark goggle that goes from 4:3 to 16:9.
You can switch them as well. That's cool.
Yeah. So
what about the
yeah.
the Dominator V3s? They're 16:9.
Yeah, but they don't switch.
They don't
can't
switch to
switch them
4:3.
to-
Do you know what as well is the field of view is like, it's like 46 degrees, and usually I always said that 46, like for compact goggles, because they're the same size, 46 was the limit until you start getting blurriness. Not with these things, clear as a bar. Like,
do you have to look around like when you put them on? Do you have to look around? Do you know what I mean? Do you have to use
I think the
your
key
eyes?
is when you do look around, don't move your head, because that doesn't work the same.
I mean, do you use your eyes to look around the screen?
No,
Are they that big?
I'd say they're the perfect size.
Right.
Yeah. So I've got them on pre-order, and hopefully by the time they come out, I can afford them.
Well, what are you going to fly them with?
Everything. They'll be my main goggle.
So they'll be your main goggle on analog stuff.
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
Really?
Although what's interesting is
It's Christmas coming.
what's interesting is he also had the Ishin EV300Ds, which I was like, there's no way that they are going to be anywhere near close to the HDOs. And you know what? They're pretty brilliant as well. In fact, I've got them here, but Lee did a video of them anyways. But they've also got the focal adjustment on. They've gone one further, and they've actually put is it called myopia figure? So like -2, -3, or +3. They've actually put the number on there, so you can sort of turn them to sort of know where to start when it comes to focusing.
How far do those ones go? Does it go all the way down like -6 or not that far?
It goes to -8 and +3.
Wow, that's pretty good.
The only and you know what? It's not OLED, but the picture, you really can't tell. I couldn't. Lee could tell them apart, but I couldn't tell them apart. And they're 250 quid against 600 quid, and they were with rapid fire. My review should be coming out in a couple of days. The only thing that I had with those is that there's more of a sweet spot. So with the Fat Sharks, you can kind of move the diopters around and you still get a clear picture. But with the EV300Ds, there's like that sweet spot that a lot of goggles have. So that was a downside. But the picture of those is really good as well. And 42-degree field of view. Also does 16:9 4:3 switching. I would say, and this really surprised me, but the old HDOs, the picture of the EV300Ds is better than the old HDOs. But you have to remember the old HDOs are 2 years old at this point, so Alcos has come a very long way when it comes to
it only
these
seems
goggles.
like literally half a year ago when the first ones come out.
You've got
it's like
you've got
2 years.
You've got a fair amount of questions, Andy RC.
Oh,
say hello to someone from Hong Kong. Let me have a look back.
Sorry, I was too busy chatting to you guys. What are the questions?
Hello, Wacky Wes from Hong Kong.
Do I still work for Fat Shark? Nah, Fat Shark don't like me.
I say that
they?
if Andy says he's impressed, this is all good, says Bill, which is not the question he asked earlier, but I can't find it. Bill asked you a question. Versus DJI. I don't know.
Well, this is excluding This is excluding DJI because they have to sit at the top. But the thing is that they're doing something different as well. That they're a bigger goggle. They're purely really for their own HD system. So if I were to rank the goggles that I've tried so far as in the top end, it'd be DJI, HDO2, EV300Ds. I never thought I'd say that, but I haven't tried the Orcas. However, the Orcas are like insane money, and I think I didn't get to watch Josh's video, but somebody told me that he preferred the HDO2s, I believe, compared to the Orcas, and I'm not surprised because it was. Yeah, I wish Painless would have been filming me as well, because I really did go, oh wow. And I think the second word was, right, these are on pre-order when I get home.
Did you say bloody right?
Right, bloody right. Yeah. No.
Silly question of the day. Ben Sweeney says, but is the UK 65 still worth getting?
Is the UK 65 still worth getting? I would say yes, but swap the pins out to solid pins rather than open pins, and your batteries will last. That's something I should have done it. You know, you run out of time because you know there's so many new products coming out. The UK 65, yeah, great for the winter, but it goes through batteries like God knows what, because it's using the little PH2 connectors, which is like a bottleneck. But if you buy solid pins for them, then your batteries will last longer. But I literally have no batteries for that model because they all puffed. Yeah, because as soon as you arm, they drop to like 3 volts, and you're like, I should be landing at this point, you know.
Has anyone been flying this week? It's been terrible. I was in a t-shirt all last week, and I come back and it's dark at 3:30, and it's been drizzling for a week.
Apart from my 2 special batteries, I've only done indoors stuff.
It's just been awful, isn't it? I've got no, like, I just don't even want to bother going out.
Lewis Stefan M asks, Andy, what is your all-time best micro FPV drone?
Oh, micro. It depends what you mean on micro, because micro starts from tiny whoop and to me ends at 3-inch. My favorite 3-inch.
I think micro is like, let's say 100 mil, but we'll let you go out to maybe 105. Although it'd be useful to have the distinction between an indoor and an outdoor flying one, wouldn't it?
This is the thing, you see. Yeah, so I class micro going up to 3-inch, and my favorite one of those is the Diatone 369. It's an absolute. It just destroys everything. Yeah, so that's my favorite. It's a bit pricey. Because there's so many classes. So my favorite Cine Whoop at the moment is the Gep RC. What's it called? Cine Pro 4K. Although I've received the Cine Queen. I don't know if you've got that one. That one's a 3-inch one though, so that one's doing something slightly different. It's trying to be like the Squirt, but with a run cam hybrid, which I still haven't tried. The problem is I'm getting like 2 days of no rain and then 2 weeks of rain. So been doing a lot of stuff indoors. So actually, when I went to visit Lee, he very kindly gave me, every time I go visit Lee, he's like offloading stuff, but very, very kind. I mentioned that I fly at this indoor sports hall, and it's like, I've got just the thing, and it's a park zone Vapor, and it's a really slow flyer, absolutely amazing thing. Just the 3-channel thing. I tell you, if you blew on it, you would break it. It's that lightweight, you know. But for that indoor hall, it's so slow. It looks like it's flying in slow motion, and I want to do more stuff.
This is a fixed wing, right?
Pardon?
Fixed wing.
This is a fixed wing.
Oh, sorry, did I not mention? Yeah, fixed wing. Yeah.
NQIS Steve said it's 6:30 in the morning and 24 degrees. Gotta love North Queensland.
Oh
No.
man, Andy, you've made a bit of a mishap there. You've let your little secret out for anyone who's really intelligent and looking in the background. For people who may or may not know, Andy RC can't stand drinking cold water. And what he does is he likes warming up his water.
What?
If you have a look, he's got his little ISDT charger behind him with his water bottle sat on it.
Don't talk to me about them. Mine broke.
What
And
are you talking about?
he's got like this phobia of like cold drinks.
This is all made up. I have no idea. What
He doesn't want people to know he's really weird like that.
Actually, I'm the opposite. I don't like warm. I like hot chocolate, but I don't drink tea or coffee. I can't stand it. It's
Oh my
horrible.
God, what's wrong with you?
He likes room
And
temperature
Yeah,
water.
Down Red Bull and like not even Red Bull, but like
Yeah, the knockoff.
Got sensitivity.
Whatever the Lidl version is.
Yeah, I like the sugar-free Red Bull. 'Cause I have to, because like working
Good
work-
bit of aspartame. Get it.
working 24 hours. In fact, 2 minutes before this show, just working on this EV300D video has taken me. I must have been working on it a week, man. But I go deep these days to make sure that everyone's got the right information. So,
Yeah, we love that. We love that.
but it's only producing 2 videos a week. But you know, I feel like they're more useful than the video every, you know, go into all of the finer details.
It's still
So,
double the amount of
yeah.
videos I managed to get out at the moment. Because I got 40 minutes
Yeah.
of sunshine this week, and I wasn't
Oh.
able to do anything with it.
I flew this way, and I got the same screws that you did.
Oh, you got
the
them in
white
there
one.
in the end.
Yeah, and it worked. Still a lot of. Do you know what? You didn't get much video noise, but I was still getting. I got constant lines across mine, so I'm not quite sure what that's
Like
about.
white lines.
Oh,
See, this,
I got some, but it wasn't too bad.
me-
Because Lee said as well, he said when I spoke to him earlier in the week, he said, I've got this LAL 5 thing to try. I said, oh, best check out the bolts at the end. Talk to Andy about how long he spent messing around trying to figure out the problem.
yeah, oh god, yeah. I did a lot of the heavy lifting for us on that one.
More
didn't I?
wasted time.
I spent 2 days trying to figure out that, and I was like, it's got to be. And no, it was the metal screws touching the carbon in the end. Yeah, but I found out its top speed. Would you like to know how fast it went?
No, because it didn't feel particularly
Was
fast.
it how
No.
fast or how fast?
This is what I didn't understand, because I watched Stu's video of it, and it looked like it was the fastest thing I'd ever seen.
Fast.
It almost looked like the footage had been sped up. But I was like, maybe with these motors. But yeah, on 4S, nice freestyle sort of speed, and on 6S, 97 mile per hour. So fairly quick. But I mean, you know, for these like motors and 6S, you know, the price, and I really just don't know what this model is at all. So it's the LAL 5. Is it a freestyle copter? Is it a race copter? It just seems to be a bunch of components that shouldn't go together to me.
I called it for, I'm going to do air quotes, warning people, for casual flyers who might be flying around and thinking, oh, I wish I had HD recording just for this bit, but I did put a GoPro on. It's like, hey, it's already in there. Just it's not for anything other than just casually flying around and stuff. And if you want to get HD video out of it, you can. But yeah, those motors were the problem. I'm guessing when you did your speed test, you couldn't hold full throttle for very long before that battery just went.
No, I could, because I used I got sent some prototype high C batteries for it. So the voltage did sag, but it like retained its RPMs. You have to use. I bet you used did you use a 1050? Like
yeah, which is too small for that one, isn't it?
Yeah, I used a 1300, and that made a big difference. Even still, right, a 1300, it's still only got, it just made a 3-minute flight time, And when it landed, the motors, I thought it would be the motors that would get hot because they are ridiculous status size. Motors freezing cold. Battery, however, almost too hot to touch. And that's a premium brand 1300 high C big capacity. I got it here actually. It's like I can't show you the serial number, but just unbranded it for the moment. Very good battery, but weird quadcopter. I don't know who I could recommend it to.
I need a sponsor for my batteries. I need a 12S or 14S battery, but then when I got home, the guys were talking about flying 24S. I'm like,
just say you're going to have 100S and have done with it and see what they do. So, what batteries are people using? Because 14S is a really weird figure. Because it's like, okay, so you'd have
most were 12.
So you'd have 6S.
I think the 14 were made
series,
up.
Yeah. So did people produce 7S batteries?
No, they were just making them. They were doing them themselves.
They're doing their own cells. Never thought about that. How do you charge it? It's like, this don't fit in any balance connector.
But yeah, they were probably having fun charging. But 12S was so fast. They were literally.
Because I asked you, Tony, because I wanted to build an X class, and I said, should I do 8S or 12? And you said there's not much difference between the two. So I guess you must have the
ESE technology has changed already.
Okay, fair dues. I want one. It's just where to keep it. They're just so.
I just put it on. Hang it on your wall. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like stuff.
I think Painless has got a spare frame. I need to talk to Painless and ask him to give you the frame. I don't know if he gave it away or.
I didn't see it. He's very kindly invited me around his abode, and he gave me the Vapor, which Lee, if you're listening to it, it flies superb. It really made my day. And I got it on video, so maybe I'll do a video of it. I don't know if you can still get them. They're apparently quite old.
I don't think you can get the straight Vapor, but you can get, I think, maybe even the Night Vapor, because that was around for a long while. And then there was an FPV Vapor as well.
That's going to be the comments, isn't it? FPV it. My friend Phil did manage to, we did the bite loop. My friend Phil managed to fly the Vapor through the bite loop, which was incredible. And I got it in slow motion. Fingers crossed. So that should look pretty good.
So Andy, you were talking about your selection of micros, and a class that I think was missed out was indoor. Between you and Curry, what's your favorite indoor? While the weather's miserable and you can't fly outside, what would you take to, or fly around your house, or take to the indoor sports hall?
Well, that's two different things again, because if I was to say the house, I'd say the UK65 with the solid pins, or the UR65, a little bit cheaper, but it doesn't have smart audio. Those things are absolutely great. But for an indoor sports hall, the size that we've got, I can fly my 3-inch DJI model in there. So you can go up to three inches in a place like that. Actually,
I think you're missing the point of the question. I think it's more about the Whoop racing, the sports hall. For me, it's going to be the Tiny Hawk S for indoors around the house. I think it's fantastic. And sports hall racing, the one I just tested recently is the Beta FPV Meteor 65 with the stupid KV motors, which I tried flying in my house, which was a disaster because it's just like. Just touch the throttle. It's so quick. It'd be really fun to do around a course in a proper
around a course, yeah. Well, around a course, I don't agree with the 2S Tiny Hawk because its voltage sags too much on 2S.
I don't like the 2S idea, but that's kind of its outside idea, isn't it? But 1S indoors, I found that is, for me, certainly out of the box, just been the best the best indoor quad. I
It just has a slight problem. If you don't have rapid fire, then the VTX just records constant breakup. I have no idea why that is, and the camera isn't that great. I think a lot of people switch the camera out, don't they, to one of those Runcam Nanos, and they switch the VTX out to the TBS. Is it called the Nano 32 Pro? So yeah, so it's probably the best one, but it does have its flaws if you wanted to record the DVR.
It's been alright with me, but before I do any test of like indoor stuff, I was like, right, I'm going to turn all the lights on indoors, because if you have the light at least even, you don't have to deal with the sort of when you're sort of flying through and you can just see this big light bloom. It's like, what's that? And that's, you go into like a lit room from a dark room, and the opposite, it's like you're going into a tunnel, and it's not until you're in there that the light adjusts properly. So just even lighting works.
Yeah, but you use rapid fire, don't you? So you won't have
the breakout.
You won't. But try it with the true. I tried it with the True D Diversity and the Ion Ways. In fact, actually, me and NJ, NJ got a gig after the show, and I went and met with him for a drink, and I took the Tiny Hawk with me. I just had it in the car, and I flew it around. Got some what I thought looked amazing through the goggles. Unfortunately, just recorded scramble. Couldn't use it. Did like a vlog and everything. Really gutted because it was cool meeting NJ. But
who's taking phone calls?
Who's more important than the show?
oh, it's Jack. Yeah,
He actually answers
his
it.
girlfriend.
No, I'm doing the podcast.
Hello.
Crap.
We're live on Let's Drone Out. What are you doing phoning me? You know I'm going to beat you later. You stupid whore. What?
Is that why you asked me if I was busy so I can watch?
I thought we could send Andy a little present live and then get his reaction.
Oh
Is that
my
right?
God.
A baby thing, like
Absolute brilliant.
your friends.
Yeah, well, he likes it and you like it. You get off on it. It's not my fault. You like cucking me. You up for that? Last 5 minutes
Oh
of
my God!
hell on earth?
Please mute him.
Hang on, I'll send you the link.
Oh God!
Can I
And
send
for
this
all the
to
children watching, this is a special,
You know,
special
the-
grown-up cuddle
moment
stuff we're
in-
talking
the
about.
latest one. All right, cool.
No.
Thanks. Say yes on live TV.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Andy, you're in for a treat. Get your bum out for the lads.
Hey Lily, how's it
Oh,
going?
you're no fun. All right, see you in a bit. Wait.
Sorry, what Jack's
Andy's
doing
like,
to you.
hello, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Frank. I'm so sorry. It's
Do you
very,
know what?
very
she's
unprofessional.
She's hilarious and very underappreciated by Jack.
Yeah. She
I'm
likes.
very underage.
No,
She's
she's
not
not.
underage.
What? Did I say that out loud?
Tony,
She's very young. She's
That's-
very young though.
That's a very dangerous thing to say, Tony. She is of legal age.
Okay.
In Venezuela.
I can't believe you do that to me, Tony.
Well, we've got another 7 minutes to
Hey.
struggle through before I kill the button very, very quickly.
Let's kill it.
I'm
Okay.
tempted, very tempted. Someone mentioned about solid state batteries in the chat. Has anyone read the news that's been coming out about these? I saw some articles.
No,
I had free stuff flying for 30 minutes.
that'll be the high discharge Lion packs.
Yeah,
I believe
45C maybe.
45C. Yeah.
What's the solid state battery there? What are we talking about here, Frank?
I don't know. I was hoping someone else would have.
Are they
we
not?
rely on you to know about
Frank.
stuff. Come on.
Are they not all solid?
Frank's
That's what we
Elon Musk
rely on.
denier.
And Elon Tusk is up.
Yeah.
You know what?
Can't stand him.
Why not?
He thinks it's all fake.
Did you see the stuff about him being involved pretty directly in swatting a whistleblower? about some of the safety concerns about the batteries with thermal runaway.
It is, mate. You.
Jack's got a thermal runaway. It's normally late at night.
Yeah.
I
I'm
haven't
still
been
very
following it.
upset with you.
I haven't been following
Well,
it.
Lily's in the chat if you want to harass her.
All I know is that when those two Falcon 9s landed in unison, I cried. So he can do whatever he wants, in my opinion. That's amazing what they've done there.
No, he's definitely like an actual supervillain just as much as it would appear to, going by the like Gigafactory and all the rockets and everything. Like, it is something a Bond villain would do, and he is a Bond villain. So I think that's my opinion.
But the best
Do you
thing
know what-
about it was the Elon Tusk reference from Andy, proving he's up to date on Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Do you
You're
know
not
what?
supposed to be able to see that till January.
Me and Andy
Okay.
keep flying out to New York, especially just to see it
Yeah,
or
Yeah.
something.
I do
Do
as
you know?
well.
Do you know what me and NJ did yesterday? We both got and Frank will
Are you sure
probably.
you want to say this on the air? What's going on?
Yeah, we watched a movie together through VR. It was amazing. We sorted it out. So now that you've joined the VR world, Andy, I believe you got the Quest.
I did get the Quest yesterday, and it is amazing.
Yeah, how much porn have you watched on it?
Porn, yeah. VR porn. That's all he bought it for. I know.
So like we can sit in a virtual cinema and like throw popcorn at each other, but also like a movie, and you really do feel like you're in the cinema. You've got 5.1 surround sound, absolutely brilliant. And if NJ's listening to this, I bought a Quest as well. So selling my CV1 and buying a Quest because they're really cheap, aren't they? And you can still get decent money for the CV1s.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no need for a CV1 anymore because the Quest plugs into a PC, doesn't it?
It can do, yeah, but it is
Yeah.
it is quite heavy for something you strap into your face.
Yeah, but you're comparing that to your Dominator goggles, though.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah. But that's just like something to be aware of for FPV people. Like, it is less comfortable than Fat Sharks, and it's a bit more finicky. And I mean, it might just be because you're moving your head around a bit more. But I found that like you do have to be a bit more precise about exactly how you sit it on your face. I found it a bit less comfortable, but still, it
That's
doesn't.
weird because the CV1s aren't like that at all. Now you've got me worried. Well, maybe I'll get them and return them if I don't like them.
It doesn't matter because within 30 seconds of like just the immersion of it, it's just amazing, and you forget about everything.
NJ's got both the CV1 and the Quest, and he said the Quest is just so much better. And if you're worried about comfort, you can just lie down on a bed with them and do your thing.
You're revealing its killer app now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that it doesn't. I think, at least, judging from reading around and the couple of tracking issues that I had, I think it's not a fan of mirrors, because when I was
that's
that
interesting.
side of my room where there's a fitted wardrobe with a full-length mirror, it started doing very strange things, and it wasn't.
That doesn't surprise me because it uses cameras rather than sensors. So yeah, I've got some massive mirrors as well. That could be a problem. Yeah, interesting.
Someone get video of you guys walking into mirrors. That would be fun.
As long as I faced away from the mirrors and didn't go right up against it, it was fine. So
me and Tony feel like right paupers here with our little PSVRs.
No.
Chained to our desks because we can't wander around.
I tell you what, though,
we're gonna have to do an LDO rec room at some point.
I tell you what, though, this watching movies together is awesome because it is really just like hanging out. It's strange because the audio is done in a way that it's like he sounds like he's sitting next to you, and it's freaky. I'm actually like, we're watching the movie, and when something funny happens, I turn to him and like we both laugh. But what's weird is it can sense that we're laughing, and so our avatars are laughing.
Oh, that is so Dutch rudder. I bet you do that and all.
Nah.
This
Oh,
is
but we
Right?
NJ was trying to teach me how to do this though with the controller. Perhaps I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, NJ. In joke that we.
I would be the
there.
worst person for this because I would be turning to VR people saying, "Shut up! It's movie time. It's not talking time."
Well, we spent quite some time trying to get it work, and whilst we were doing that, I tried to find this. There's not really only one app that does it, but there's this other weird app where it's not a private room, and everybody's watching different things. So I joined this VR room, and all I could hear was this one bloke just doing this heavy breathing down my ear, and I was like, "What is going on here?" So,
Hello, NDRC.
No one's ever going to go out.
You on VR. Oh, Daddy.
yeah,
No
NJ,
one's going to go out ever again.
NJ, if you're listening, I got the Quest. You convinced me, you bastard.
He's
Sorry.
terrible. Hopefully you'll get him back in January.
Actually, I got him back because I made him buy the DJI system. So
Oh, no.
we keep going back and forth on making each other be penniless. Sorry, Jack. What were you gonna say?
No, it's all right.
I'll get him back when. What's happening? Are we meeting up?
£5 donation.
Someone just donated like something. Numbskull FPV just donated £5.
NJ Tech says yay. Yeah.
Like something, Jack.
No worries. Oh, thank you, Numbskull. Top man. Stops Frank from killing me after I'm nearly ruining the show.
When have we got to swear a lot?
No, well, you missed out.
Everybody's been swearing quite a fucking lot the whole time, so.
I know. Go easy, lads. The editor will hate us.
Great big hairy lesbian mammoth bollocks to that. That was a line from.
I don't think some of those were swear words, but I think you definitely can't say them.
Yeah, not anymore.
It was from.
Lesbian mammoth bollocks is a strange one.
That was definitely from Bottom.
Was it from Bottom?
Yeah. You stupid fucking ring sausage.
Yeah, I remember now.
Lily, can we put one of these in your butt and light it for the Patreons?
Oh, you are giving way too much away of what you're getting up to, Jack.
Yeah.
Before Jack incriminates himself, let's
I think we should
just
say
say
He's not I mean, you know, the person.
he's not incriminated himself yet, I don't think. But
No,
talk about
That's
drones
why I
on this show.
but really, he should be in jail, maybe for other reasons.
Oh, thanks, guys.
I'm kidding.
God.
Yes,
You know who your friends are, don't you?
Right, time to sign us off.
Oh, is it at that time already?
I don't. Lily's in the chat. I don't fly yet. Jack won't let me.
No, she's
I'll
got to pass the IQ test and then the registration.
I'll do anything for LDO. Is she
As
trying
of
to?
tomorrow, right?
Huh?
What's the date? What time is
28?
it? There we go. A couple of
I'm-
days. With the
I'm good.
weekend anyway. Make sure you got all your paperwork all sorted if you're flying over 250 grams outdoors, whatever.
Oh, shit, I haven't.
I'm gonna take credit for.
January.
I'm gonna take credit for Lily being a YouTuber. I told her she'd be a star. You will be, Lily. Just
Tony, can we film you trying to fill in your
Yeah,
test?
I'll watch the show and listen to it.
He already got all the answers from
Oh,
us.
you idiot.
Easy
No,
now.
are they then though? Do they not switch them around? They must do.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
those-
on the next bonus podcast, we'll try and fill them all out or something. Just try and do the collection.
You're a 10 out of 10. Well,
Yep.
I agree with you lot. Some of the questions were just ridiculous and not to us. They're just to DJI. guys.
Yeah, well, that's really who they're aimed at because they know that everyone else is sensible. Who's in
And
the
some of them
DMF.
didn't have any legal precedent, like you're not allowed to be concealed when you're flying, or like how do you make sure that people can see you?
Told you,
that-
big, massive, flashing pedo drone collars. I'm going to
Also-
invent them. I'm going to patent
you
them,
knew
and then the
you got
CIA will give me nothing.
Oh, you've reminded me of something, Jack.
What?
What did we do at the weekends? It wasn't even the weekend. I just don't know what day of the week it is. What's going on?
Oh,
is it
yes,
something
shop.
for LDO?
A shop.
Yes. Is that what you want me to talk about?
I think you
Yeah.
should.
Are you sure? Because the printer's going to shut down for a week or so.
Can we just
Okay.
talk about shops as well after the podcast, if we may?
All right, just quickly.
Go on.
Shops.
There is a
Yes,
shop.
Andrew
Let's go now.
/ Frank helped. Well, basically set up the shop because I got so far and just gave up.
It was that or watch Red Dwarf, so I didn't have much choice.
Fair play. I would have set up the shop and all.
Oh, well, we've got a store. We now have a Let's Drone Out store. It's letsdroneout.com/store if you want to buy anything.
You can buy merch. Hoodies.
Please don't buy anything because that means we've got to then get merch, we've got to pack it, and then we've got to send it to
I
you.
want everyone to buy.
I still see the logistical problem here.
There is a massive logistical.
But I will wait and save.
Disclaimer: if you order anything, you're not going to get it anytime soon. Basically,
Well, that was a great advert, Jack.
yeah, and you might get hair. We might wear it and film videos.
The other
And
fluids.
send it to you.
And you might get other stuff in it.
In the pockets hidden for your wife. Fine.
I have to say, Jack went to massive extremes to make a video of him wearing the clothes that he sent me.
LDO sock. Ed, you're a genius. Ed, are you
Oh,
free
yeah.
tomorrow? Do you want my spare ticket?
You only need to buy the one.
Yeah. Yeah, you only get, it goes, one shot.
It's pretty stuck up.
Yeah. That's it. Very high in starch content. If someone orders every single item in one order, you get a free Lily Polaroid. So as long as you're old enough. All right. Thank you. You've been listening to Let's Try. That's a joke, by the way. You've been listening to Let's Try Now. You've been joined by Andy RC,
Ta-ta.
Curry Kitten,
Goodbye.
Andrew Crash Frank.
Bye.
I've been Brighton, so I'm really sorry. And everyone's favourite, My Little Donny.
Bonjour.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Thank you and good night. Sorry, editor. Cut everything out.
Cut the lot.
Especially the bit where Tony accuses me of stuff.
It's only true.
And the poo. I'll pay you extra.